Hi, good evening everyone. I'm Shanice and today I'm going to demonstrate for you how to do an isolation quadrant streak. But first I'm going to describe or tell you some of the household items that I have that I'm going to use today. I have this wooden toy cup looking thing that one of my children have, but I'm going to use that as my incinerator, which is heat, fire coming out of it, and it sterilizes my inoculating loop for me. And I also have a cap from some hairspray that I have or had. This highlighter will take place of my broth tube. I have a sandwich cutter and a piece of index card paper, and that is going to be my Peachtree dish. Okay, and I also have a marker for labeling things. So let's get started. So first I'm going to label the back of my Peachtree dish with my name, and the bacteria that we're using is E. coli. So once I have that label, we'll know. Okay, so then I'm going to sterilize my inoculating loop by putting it in the Bunsen burner. First of all, in order to sterilize it, we have to turn on our Bunsen burner. So my Bunsen burner is on now. So now I can sterilize my inoculating loop. So I'm going to sterilize that for 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds is up. And I'm going to take my broth tube by the glass. Don't pick it up by the cap, because if you pick it up by the cap, it may slip out of your hand, and we don't want that. So with my inoculating hand, I'm going to pick the cap up with my pinky, and I'm going to stick my inoculator loop in there, put the cap back on, and stick this back down in the tray holder. And so we're going to start in quadrants. We're going to start at the top right quadrant, and we're going to streak lightly across 10 times. And then we're going to flame, sterilize our loop again for 3 seconds. Now we don't want to take a hot loop and stick it right on there to streak onto quadrant 2. So what we can do is we can use an empty space, a clear space on our Petri dish to cool it off. And when you hear sizzle, it's cool. So then we just lightly touch in quadrant 1 and streak 10 times in quadrant 2. And then we flame to sterilize our loop again. So then we turn again counterclockwise. We turn our Petri dish counterclockwise again to get to quadrant 3. Again, touch an empty spot to cool off. Touch in quadrant 2. Streak 10 times in quadrant 3. Sterilize our loop for 10 seconds. Cool off, touch an empty spot. Touch in quadrant 3. Streak 10 times in quadrant 4. And that's after we've turned our Petri dish once again counterclockwise. And we're going to sterilize our loop, ending the procedure. Once it's sterilized and cool, we can lay it down, turn off our Bunsen burner, and we can put our Petri dish sample in the incubator for 24 to 48 hours. After 24 to 48 hours, we can check our sample, and here is a picture of our sample in quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. And thank you for watching.